Well, sorry I haven't uploaded in like 2 or 3 weeks, guys. I got busy. I know I give the same lame excuse every time, but it's true, so you're just gonna have to trust me. But anyways, we have iOS 11.2.6 released today for iPhone, iPad, and is the iPod Touch even still a thing? I haven't heard anything about it in forever, but presumably iPod Touch as well. And anyways, I got my iPhone 6 here and my iPad mini 4 ready to install the 11.2.6 update. I spent forever trying to get the lighting absolutely perfect for this video, and it just didn't really work for some reason. I'm just not good with lighting. I swear I spent like 15 minutes working with the lighting, and it didn't work out. But anyhow, 1.2.6, it includes bug fixes for iPhone or iPad, fixes an issue where using certain character sequences could cause apps to crash, and I believe that was, I think I saw yesterday, some kind of Indian text could crash your phone. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't really have time to look into it, and obviously it's now gone, so I guess I won't ever get to look into it. Also, fixes an issue with some third-party apps failing to correctly connect to external devices. I don't use third-party apps or external devices, so I don't have to worry about them in conjunction ever, but if you do, then this fix is for you. Exact same release notes on the iPad. I was actually hoping for some stability improvements, actually. It doesn't look like we get those. Maybe it's just hidden in the back, but I've experienced a lot of like app crashing and things like that, and I was hoping they'd work on some of that. Maybe they did. They just didn't put in the release notes, possibly. But we're going to go ahead and download and install, starting on the phone. You guys don't get to see my passcode. Sorry, it's just how it is. You don't get to see my passcode. And it is loading up. Update requested, and it's spinning. That's always a good sign, I suppose. We'll go ahead and do the same on the iPad. Again, you don't get to see my password. Sorry. Nothing personal, just security. That was quick. I'll probably skip when it's loading later. I was gonna just see how much the estimated time popped up. I don't know if you saw on camera. It literally just said 0 seconds remaining, preparing update. It was that fast. But anyhow, I was gonna say I am running on a pretty fast internet service. We have Xfinity, which I mean they're a bit sketchy, but most of the time it's pretty fast, and it's on a 5 gigahertz network, and nobody else should be using it right now, so it should be going pretty fast. And we can see it definitely is. It loaded pretty fast, and now it's taking forever to prepare, but I won't make you guys sit through the entirety of loading the update, so I'll be back in a little while. We can kind of have a race here, see is the iPhone 6 going to load it faster, or is the iPad mini 4 going to be able to load this update faster? Which will it be? Find out when we come back. So the iPad was actually ahead for most of this, and then it just kind of got stuck at the end, and the iPhone caught up to the end and got stuck at the end, so the race has been called off because both are stuck at the end. But yeah, it's been a relatively quick update. It did the download phase pretty fast, and it's only been going for about 5, maybe 7 minutes at the most. I haven't exactly stopwatched it or anything, but it's probably been about 7 minutes until they got stuck at the end. So I don't know how long they'll be stuck at the end. We'll see that. I just noticed that the text is cut off at the bottom here. Like, what the heck? Yeah, text to the link doesn't happen on the iPad, just on the phone. But anyway, we're gonna see how their batteries do. I have the chargers here in case I need to use them. But at iPad 1, it is downloaded. It's ready to install, but it requires at least 50% battery or to be connected to a charger. That's what I was saying. It's at 12%. Also, my phone's been having battery issues. I have a battery ordered and in my local Apple store, but I actually haven't gone to actually get the replacement done yet, which I need to do because this thing will die when it's at like 50%. Like, it could just die right now without even giving the low battery warning. So I probably have a charger for it too, but I only have one outlet where I'm recording right now. I guess I gotta plug it into the iPad because it's ready to go, but it has to be at 50% or connected to power to download, and it's at 11. So we'll go ahead and connect the iPad to power and get ready to install. That means it was stuck at the end for about 2 minutes, I believe. We'll see how long this one gets stuck at the end. Okay, iPad connected to power, ready to press on the install. Pressed it once, Evidently, you have to press it fast. One simple click. If you press and hold for too long, it doesn't let you do it. But the update is being verified. I'm not sure what it's being verified against. Against the servers? I don't know. Making sure you're not using a counterfeit iPad. Ooh, now you can see the reflection because of the terrible lighting. That's my face. That's a GoPro camera. That's a lamp, by the way. Just saying. That's a lamp. Yeah, and then there's another lamp that I'm using for the terrible lighting that you can see reflecting on the glare. No! Congratulations, we got an Apple logo, and of course we have to turn it to portrait. I don't know why they made it to where the logo shows up portrait when it's updating, because, let's face it, how many of us actually use an iPad in portrait? Because I don't know that I don't ever. Let's see how fast this goes. iPhone is still stuck at the end. Come on, iPhone, catch up. But, iPad it's actually kind of going faster than your typical iOS update. I still won't make you guys sit through. I'll let you know when something else interesting happens. Okay, iPhone is finally ready to install, and the final tally, it was stuck at the end for about 5 minutes, and then people ask me why I don't trust loading like bars on anything. It's because they're never accurate. It's not accurate at all if it's stuck at the 100% completed for 5 minutes. It was stuck at the 100% completed almost as long as it was actually updating or going down the bar. I just don't trust it. Verifying update. We already had the whole discussion about what it's verifying, right? We don't know what it's verifying. It's verifying something against something. I don't know. Something's happening. Oh, here's the iPad progress. It didn't really do anything. It kind of did that. That's about it. It's going pretty darn slow. Pretty darn slow. I really wish for the estimated time remainings on this screen, it would account for the time that it's spent preparing update, because the estimated time that it gives you is only the estimated time for the progress bar to reach halfway, and then the rest of the time is preparing the update, which is really stupid because what you see the estimated time, you assume that's till the progress bar is complete, but apparently not. But anyhow, I'm probably really boring you, so I'll just let you know when something interesting happens whenever this thing finishes verifying update. Oh, something I found out a little while ago. So if you try to press the home button while it's restarting, it'll actually come up and say, if I press the home button, it'll say iPad will restart when the update completes. Actually, I just thought that was interesting. I found that out a little while ago. Something didn't used to do that. They added it at some point. I don't exactly know. Oh, the iPhone's either getting ready to install the update or has died because the battery's crappy. We're about to find out which one that is. Oh, looks like it's installing the update. Good job. Please don't fail, battery, because I don't want to restore from an iTunes backup, because that's what we're going to have to do at this point if it gets stuck. Yeah, she's coming. Eventually. She'll be here. Yay! Progress bar. Well, the iPad just kind of went from literally a quarter of the way through, and it just went boom, just straight to the end, and started on the second progress bar. So that was a little bit random. Like I said, I really don't trust these progress bars. It was like a quarter of the, it was exactly this much full. This was exactly what it was like, and then it just went boom, and just started. It was done. Started the second progress bar. So that made no sense at all. But here's the iPhone. It's working really hard. I find it interesting that I pressed the update on the iPhone first and then the iPad, but the iPad is absolutely crushing the iPhone in terms of the speed that it downloads. So I'm not exactly sure if that means the iPad is a faster processor, or maybe has slightly faster internet capabilities than the iPhone, or complete coincidence. I'm not exactly sure. Or maybe just the file is smaller for iPads, because most of the stability improvements are for the iPhone. I'm not exactly sure. It's just something interesting that you can note while we're waiting for something else to happen. But this progress bar usually goes pretty fast, the second one. Software update veterans probably know that. You especially when you got a major iOS update, like going from iOS 10 to 11, and you are just waiting for 3 hours for it to finish uploading, you know the progress bars by heart. I know I do. So the iPad just completed its second progress bar and came right back on instantly. It just literally finished. I didn't even have time to put the camera on. It finished, and then instantly, boom, it was up here. So it's a fast restart from the update. Software update. Your iPad has been updated to 11.2.6. You don't get to see my password. There's the progress bar on the iPhone, just saying. Here we go. We're in the iPad. It looks exactly the same. Nothing has changed. Just the bug fixes and possible stability improvements that we don't actually have any idea whether that's actually happening or not. But here's an iPad with 11.2.6 loaded up, and I don't think there's really anything to show off or test here. I mean, you get what you got. It was obviously a very small update to have loaded that quickly, but you know, it's here. iPhone's trying. I also noticed the iPhone does the same thing with the iPhone will start when the update completes. Anyhow, it's crazy because I don't think we've ever really gotten up that high before on the second decimal number, all the way up to 6. Like, when's 11.3 coming out? I'm actually starting to get concerned because I've literally, the first iOS device I had was this iPhone 6. The year it came out, when the 6 was brand new. So what was that like? That was like 3 years ago by now. In 3 years, I've never seen them get up to a 6 on the second decimal number, because the second decimal number is your bug fixes. That means there have been 6 bug fix updates since we've actually gotten legitimate features on the iPhone or iPad. So that's a little bit annoying. Please come quicker, 11.3. We want you here. It used to be so exciting. You got new feature updates all the time, and now either they don't come as often, or I'm just expecting them more often. I'm not exactly sure. We're gonna wait till the iPhone boots up here, but yeah, there's really nothing to see. Well, the iPhone just did the exact same random jump to the end thing that the iPad did. Went from 25 straight to the end and started the second progress bar. So if I had any trust in progress bars before this video, well, that's now been diminished. I trust them none. The iPhone took literally forever, and then I thought it was restarting finally, but now it looks like it's shutting down, so I guess my crappy unreliable battery went dead. Yep, it did. Just connected the iPhone to power, and it's starting to restart right now. Very instantaneous. Like I said, crappy unreliable battery. I saw it was at 56% when I started the update. Already dead. So yeah, that's garbage. Hopefully getting the battery replaced this week, so this won't be such a garbage annoying, because it's really hard when you, in today's like society, you rely on your phone so much for so many things, communication especially. That's why it's called a phone, and it's really annoying to not know when your phone's gonna magically stop working and just die when it should be half full. I'll use it for like 3 hours, and it'll only go down to like 50, and then it just stops working. And then a lot of times it'll say it's dead, and about an hour later, if I keep it in my pocket and keep it warm enough, it'll just come on at like 30 again. I don't know, it makes no sense. So that's garbage. And did it successfully install the update before going dead? Yes, it did. Your iPhone has been updated to 11.2.6. Congratulations, iPhone. You managed to pull that off. If for some reason, after it dies, it always restarts at 10, or somewhere very close to 10. You can see it's at 9 right now, so it's not right at 10. But it's usually right at 10 or pretty close to 10. I don't know, it's just really weird and sketchy, and so I'm getting the battery replaced. But 11.2.6 has been successfully installed. I still think it's funny that it literally finished the installation right as the battery died, and then when I plugged it back in, it came back on fully installed. But yeah, there's really nothing to check out here. It's an update, and that's it. But yeah, be sure to subscribe if you'd like to see more content, or don't. I don't really care. And leave a like if you want to see more videos like this. I think I've kind of found my style. This is the most enjoyable video I've made in a while. I kind of like this style of just me randomly talking about crap. So that's kind of what we'll do going forward with making these videos, and I feel like I'll be able to make a lot more and be motivated to make a lot more. I'm actually enjoying what I'm doing. But anyways, enough chat. It's like 11 o'clock at night. I need to get some rest, guys. So see you later. Bye-bye.